Jan Van Eck and his $75 billion investment fund have just made some pretty shocking calls on crypto for next year. You've got to hear this out because there are some big alpha leaks in here, as well as some things that absolutely are going to make you stop and take a bit of pause, maybe reconsider your whole investing thesis, perhaps. Let's get into it. Number one, the U.S. recession will finally arrive. It sold the first spot Bitcoin ETF. Over $2.4 billion may flow into these ETFs in Q1 2024 to support Bitcoin's price. U.S. recession, man, we've been talking about that thing for a long time. Long time. I guess it'll come at some point. Will it come early next year? Well, they seem to think so. But what's interesting is that it may not really matter for cryptocurrency investors because we're going to have billions of dollars coming into spot Bitcoin ETFs, eventually spot Ethereum ETFs, all that kind of stuff. The money's going to come anyway because in the recession or no recession, people always have money. The big money always has money, and they're going to come for Bitcoin ETF products. I mean, $2.4 billion isn't even that much money in the grand scheme of things, but it will move the price in the markets. Interesting. Of course, Galaxy Digital, they've said they could see up to like 17 or 14 billion, I think, in the first year. Q1, 2.4 billion. I'll take it. Number two, the fourth Bitcoin halving in 2024 will see minimal market disruption and a post-halving rise in Bitcoin's price with significant gains for some low-cost miners. Yes, I agree. Nothing too controversial there, of course. Right now, we're seeing the Bitcoin halvings become perhaps increasingly less important as Bitcoin miners have less supply to dump into the market. Over time, that effect will diminish. Nothing too controversial there. Number three, Bitcoin will make an all-time high in Q4 2024, potentially spurred by political events and regulatory shifts following a U.S. presidential election. That's interesting. So it's not clear from this if they're talking about like the all-time high or just a new high compared to our previous 69K top. Like we're going to go to 100K in Q4, but maybe we still have some fuel left in the tank after that. Regardless, we've been talking about Q4 or maybe Q1, Q2 2025 as being the end of this particular market cycle. Feels like we're starting a bit early with all this Bitcoin ETF hype. How long can we keep the train running for? Well, I don't know. Watch for Coinbase app to be number one and make sure to sell. Keep that in mind. Prediction number four, Ethereum won't flip Bitcoin in 2024, but will still outperform major tech stocks. Ethereum's market share will be challenged by other smart contract platforms. I generally agree on all that. Ethereum's not going to flip Bitcoin. Maybe at some point in the future, you notice they said in 2024, maybe at some point in the future, we will see that. And yeah, it's definitely going to outperform many major tech stocks. Think about it. If Ethereum gets up to 10K from here, it's still like a 300% gain. Pretty good, right? Not many big cap tech stocks are going to do that. Some smaller ones will. Ethereum's market share is already being challenged by other smart contract platforms, whether we're talking about Solana or Avalanche or any of the other dozens of them, but we are definitely seeing mind share and money coalesce behind certain narratives in the market. Others are not getting the same attention. So focus on where other people are focusing because that hype drives narrative, narrative drives hype, all that drives price. Keep that in mind. Prediction number five, post EIP 4844. This is an improvement proposal for Ethereum that is going to reduce the fees, by the way, that layer 2 networks need to pay. So it's going to reduce by 10 to 100x. So using like Scroll Network or Linear Network or Base Network or Arbitrum Network or Optimism Network or any of the other ones is now going to cost pennies instead of maybe 30, 40, 50 cents. Pretty good. Their prediction goes on. Ethereum layer 2s will capture the majority of EVM compatible total value locked in trading volume. I tend to agree with that. Using Ethereum layer 1 right now sucks big, fat, sweaty balls. No sugarcoating it, guys. You can't sugarcoat big, fat, sweaty balls. It's just how it is. They're still big, fat, sweaty balls. I don't make the rules. It's just how it is around here. So using layer 2s, it's actually pretty nice. I mean, if you've ever used Uniswap and you had to pay $50, $60 to make a transaction, like that's for a lot of people in the world, that's like a daily wage or more. That might be what they're earning a few days or a week even. Come on to Solana, you sub penny fees, Polygon sub penny fees, and pretty soon Ethereum layer 2s also sub penny fees. And we have like a dozen of these backed by huge development studios, huge VC money. Watch out for this as a major area of growth. I've been talking about the layer 2 trade for a while. I think as we see more airdrops come out for stuff like StarkNet and ZK Sync and Scroll and Linea, we're going to see a real explosion of wealth in this particular sector. Watch out. Prediction number 6, NFT activity will rebound to an all-time high with Ethereum leading and Bitcoin gaining traction via the Ordinals protocol, shifting the ETH to BTC NFT issuance ratio to 3-to-1 by the end of 2024. Generally, I agree NFTs will come back. If you think NFTs are not going to come back, you're not paying attention, you don't understand human greed, NFTs are coming back. What's interesting is that NFTs on Bitcoin are starting to be a thing, and we may actually see a lot more mind share come into that. Remember, Sotheby's is doing a Bitcoin NFT auction. Hype's already starting. Hype's here. Hype's been here for a while. It's only building. So don't fade it. Will it be a 3-to-1 ratio by the end of 2024? I don't know, but it's certainly an interesting prediction. Now, before we get into prediction number 7, just a reminder, of course, if you're not yet signed up for the Wealth Master newsletter, you're missing out. You got to get it checked out. It is my weekly newsletter. We send it to your inbox 3 times per week. It is jam-packed full of all the alpha that you need in this market. The top news, altcoin reports, altcoin alpha, airdrops, technical analysis, NFT mints, and much, much more. Use the link in the description. You can join our over 90,000 weekly readers for free. Yes, for free. Use the link in the description. Thank you. Prediction number 7. Binance will lose the #1 position for spot trading with competitors like OKX, BYBIT, Coinbase, and BitGet contending for leadership. Coinbase's futures market may exceed $1 billion daily as regulated index inclusion becomes key. First thought, yes, for my Coinbase stocks. Woo! Binance has been just absolutely drug over the coals during the bear market, and they've settled with the DOJ and all that stuff, and that's all good. De-risks a massive, scary event from the market. And of course, the competitors are hungry. OKX has been coming up. BitGet's coming up. Others are coming up. Will Binance lose the #1 spot? Remains to be seen. Binance has really been a major player for a long time. They have a huge war chest and a huge fan base. 150 million plus registered users. Crazy. Competitors still have a lot of work to do to take down the king, but the king's definitely wounded at the moment. Prediction number 8, stablecoin market cap will reach a new all-time high above $200 billion. USDC will reverse market share losses, indicating a shift towards more institutional adoption, especially on emerging layer 2 chains. Yes, agreed. Stablecoin market cap is going to soar to absolute new highs in 2024. Money is re-entering the market. We're already seeing money re-enter the market as people make more money off of airdrops and meme coins and all the rest of the crazy crap. More money comes into the market, and it just keeps pouring in. The more money it comes to the market, the higher prices go. Higher prices go, more money comes into the market until one day it doesn't, obviously. But for now, at the start of a bull market, that's kind of how things work. And USDC probably going to reverse market share loss as well. If you start using DeFi on Solana or Avalanche or anywhere else, USDC is like an integral part of all of that stuff happening. I use USDC all the time. And in spite of the drama that happened with that bank, USDC is still a winner in my book. Prediction number 9. Decentralized exchanges will hit all-time highs in spot trading market share, driven by fast blockchains like Solana and wallets, enabling automated transactions, promoting on-chain trading and self-custody. Agreed. Great prediction, and I love to see it. Get more people on chain. Get more people doing things with the blockchain, not just speculating on the assets on exchanges, hitting that 100x leverage long. This is real stuff. People on chain. Now you can go do your 100x leverage long and get liquidated on chain, guys. Future finance, baby. Yeah. No, but for real talk, though, on chain is the future, and I'm excited to see more and more stuff happening on chain and people being a little more willing to dip their toes in and play around on chain. If that's not you yet, go and play on chain. Come on, guys. Get $20, not financial advice. Go get $20 and put it on Solana and play around. Go try some decentralized exchanges out. Lend out $1 because the fees on Solana are so cheap. You can do that. You can actually just get your feet wet, experiment, play around a little bit, and just look at it. Hey, this is a $20 that I'm investing for a lesson on how to use blockchain technology. In case you haven't actually got off exchange yet, that's a nice way to do it because the fees are so gosh darn cheap. If you tried to do it on Ethereum, that $20 would cover one transaction. You'd have nothing left. So don't do it on ETH. Prediction number 10. Remittances will boost blockchain use with Bitcoin staking on the Litecoin network. in parentheses, you're not technically staking, offering yield opportunities through new user-friendly staking tools. Yeah, I guess I agree on both those things. It's kind of two predictions in one. Remittances will boost blockchain use. I agree. We will see more remittances. Stablecoins really are the killer app here. People do use Bitcoin, obviously, for that, but stablecoins really the killer app when it comes down to it. One, we've seen like a huge transaction surges in Tron, for example. People using USDT on Tron because it costs like nothing to do. Solana, Polygon, they have the exact same value proposition. Bitcoin Lightning Network, as we see more stablecoin growth over there. Yeah. And of course, standing Bitcoin as well, because people do want Bitcoin. Bitcoin's an asset that's captured the public imagination globally, and people want to have their hands on it. If they can get it with dirt cheap fees using Lightning Network, all the better. Prediction number 11, a breakout blockchain game may surpass 1 million daily users. Immutable X is poised to climb market cap ranks with key releases and the Immutable Passport streamlining wallet usage and enabling wider adoption. Generally agree with all that. I think we're going to see some real blockchain games this cycle that just blow people away. One to check out, I'm an investor in. Of course, as always, investing in crypto is risky. You can lose all your money. My full portfolio disclosures can be found in the description of every video. I'm invested in Off the Grid and it looks beautiful. A game like that, maybe it's not the one, maybe it is, but a game like that, man, the potential is massive, massive here. If we get a game with 1 million daily players, I mean, say good night, because it's going to go crazy, man. Immutable X or the other big players, Scale Network, Beam, ones that are really focused like as a more meta play, like they're enabling gaming. Myria as well, much lower market cap one, that one. Myria or any of these different players that are coming in here are offering gaming ecosystems. So Immutable X, yeah, definitely poised to climb market cap ranks. I would agree generally with that prediction there from Van Eck. We will see these more gaming meta plays, I think, get a lot of attention versus trying to bet on a single game. But then the single games will probably be the ones that actually have the biggest overall earnings, like an index fund of games or single stocks. So a single stock like Off the Grid might do quite well, or a single index fund, depending on which one you choose, whether it be Immutable or Scale or Beam or Myria, Gala, can do well as well. Prediction number 12, Solana is projected to become a top 3 blockchain by market cap, total value, locked, and users potentially surpassing Chainlink's total value with its Pyth Oracle as DeFi total value lock surges and ETF interest grows. Solana ETFs are coming, man. And Van Eck's probably one of the first ones to do it, would be my guess. Interesting. Big call. Big call. Solana is going to become number 3. Number 3. Do you think it could? Maybe. You see all the hype building right now. I'm going to put that in the maybe category. And if it does, a lot of gains still ahead for Solana in that situation. Seeing it get to like, I don't know, $600 or something like that would not blow my mind. Prediction number 13, DePin networks. That is decentralized physical infrastructure networks, especially Hivemapper and Helium. We'll see increased adoption with Hivemapper mapping significant distances and Helium's 5G network expanding rapidly, offering cost-effective alternatives to traditional infrastructures. DePin's a very interesting sector in the market. We're basically bringing these decentralized networks and connecting them with some kind of real world things. It's pretty cool, actually. It's a pretty cool idea. And finally, this kind of stuff has been around for a while, but I feel like finally we're getting to the point where the market's actually ready for this kind of stuff. Almost none of the ideas you're seeing right now in crypto are new. They've been around for years. We had decentralized physical infrastructure network stuff back in 2017, but nobody was ready for it yet. Now we're probably ready for it. Just like real world assets. We had real world assets back in 2017, but now people are ready for it. Tech was moving faster than the mind of the average investor. Now the average investor, the average retail person, the average company, all these people are catching up to where crypto has already been for a few years. Prediction number 14, new accounting standards will boost corporate crypto holdings. Coinbase will report layer 2 revenue as base protocol grows. By 2025, a major financial entity may launch a quasi-public blockchain with public chain connectivity. Nothing controversial there, to be honest. I generally agree with all that. So Cool. Prediction number 15, KYC compliant DeFi apps led by Uniswap will likely surpass non-KYC ones, attracting institutional volume and enhancing protocol fees, which may boost Uniswap's token value. Kind of agree to disagree. Uniswap's token currently is valueless unless you really want to go and govern Uniswap. Yes, I'm going to take my 50 Uniswap tokens and go govern Uniswap and be outvoted by whales at every single corner and spend thousands of dollars in on-chain fees to get slapped in my face all the time. It's going to be great. Anyway, KYC compliant DeFi. It's dirty. Dirty. Don't like it. Don't like it, but it is the future, unfortunately, as we see things like what the Europeans put forward with MiCA and generally what the FATF, a major international financial group of nerds, has been pushing for, these bureaucrats have been pushing for, is to basically make sure everything is de-anonymized. Everyone has KYC, and they're going to know who everybody is everywhere using crypto. This is how they're going to make sure they get their tax income, and this is how they make sure that you don't do anything they don't like. Unfortunately, yes, you will see companies like Uniswap leading the way. I don't love that, but it is coming. So I think they're spot on with this one as well, but I just don't like it. Anyway, what do you think about VanEck's predictions? Let me know down below in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video.